there's a jungle out. There's a jungle out. There's a jungle out there and the hunt is on. A jungle out there and the hunt is on. We gonna hunt you down. We gonna hunt you down. We gonna come, we ain't playing, it's the last thing on our minds. Go crime much if you really wanna stop crime. Be safe in your home, be safe in the streets. It's a cold place and I'm really feeling the heat. I never wear gold cause someone's always peeping by the fence. Still crime much came and give TNT confidence. I had a dream in the dark, I had a dream in the spring. I had a dream like Martin Luther King. Take me friendly on the phone so you can call us. We ain't gonna call you back, say they don't know if you call us. Say what you gonna do now, we all coming through now. There's a jungle out there and the hunt is on. A jungle out there and the hunt is on. We gonna hunt you down. We gonna hunt you down. There's a jungle out there and the hunt is on. A jungle out there and the hunt is on. We gonna hunt you down. We gonna hunt you down. We gonna come, we ain't playing, it's the last thing on our minds. Go crime much if you really wanna stop crime. There's a jungle out. There's a jungle out. There's a jungle out there and the hunt is on. A jungle out there and the hunt is on. We gonna hunt you down. We gonna hunt you down. We gonna come, we ain't playing, it's the last thing on our minds. Go crime much if you really wanna stop crime. Be safe in your home, be safe in the streets. It's a cold place and I'm really feeling the heat. I never wear gold cause someone's always peeping by the fence. Still crime much came and give TNT confidence. I had a dream in the dark, I had a dream in the spring. I had a dream like Martin Luther King. Take me friendly on the phone so you can call us. We ain't gonna call you back, say they don't know if you call us. Say what you gonna do now, we all coming through now. There's a jungle out there and the hunt is on. A jungle out there and the hunt is on. We gonna hunt you down. We gonna hunt you down. There's a jungle out there and the hunt is on. A jungle out there and the hunt is on. We gonna hunt you down. We gonna hunt you down. We gonna come, we ain't playing, it's the last thing on our minds. Go crime much if you really wanna stop crime. There's a jungle out. There's a jungle out. There's a jungle out there and the hunt is on. A jungle out there and the hunt is on. We gonna hunt you down. We gonna hunt you down. We gonna come, we ain't playing, it's the last thing on our minds. Go crime much if you really wanna stop crime. Be safe in your home, be safe in the streets. It's a cold place and I'm really feeling the heat. I never wear gold cause someone's always peeping by the fence. Still crime much came and give TNT confidence. I had a dream in the dark, I had a dream in the spring. I had a dream like Martin Luther King. Take me friendly on the phone so you can call us. We ain't gonna call you back, say they don't know if you call us. Say what you gonna do now, we all coming through now. There's a jungle out there and the hunt is on. A jungle out there and the hunt is on. We gonna hunt you down. We gonna hunt you down. There's a jungle out there and the hunt is on. A jungle out there and the hunt is on. We gonna hunt you down. We gonna hunt you down. We gonna come, we ain't playing, it's the last thing on our minds. Go crime much if you really wanna stop crime. There's a jungle out. There's a jungle out. There's a jungle out there and the hunt is on. A jungle out there and the hunt is on. We gonna hunt you down. We gonna hunt you down. We gonna come, we ain't playing, it's the last thing on our minds. Go crime much if you really wanna stop crime. Be safe in your home, be safe in the streets. It's a cold place and I'm really feeling the heat. I never wear gold cause someone's always peeping by the fence. Still crime much came and give TNT confidence. I had a dream in the dark, I had a dream in the spring. I had a dream like Martin Luther King. Take me friendly.
And we are back, top of the evening to you. All those of you who are locked on the line, a special good evening to you. All those of you who are looking at us from wherever, all over the world, all those of you who have subscribed to my Facebook and Instagram and YouTube, I want to tell you thanks. It's all about making that, you know, going out there and getting things done. I know a lot of you saw me on Facebook over the weekend where I made a statement concerning a guy in an apartment in the central area. Apparently, well, this is what I heard with respect to money that these Venezuelans had for the person and the rent and this and that. And he locked them out and they paid their rent and they had to pay some electricity bill. But nevertheless, I highlighted it and all the agencies got in contact with me. And in fact, I spoke to the person of interest in connection with the apartment, and everybody was back inside. I want to say a special hello to these, well, to the building owner, and the matter was addressed. So everybody came back inside on Saturday. So that is why, you know, you must always make sure and follow me on Instagram, follow me on Facebook, follow me on YouTube. So you're going to get the breaking news. I want to say a special hello. In fact, I spoke to a girl, Fiona. She's somewhere in London, and, you know, she was so willing to assist. Apparently they have apartments down here, and, you know, they were telling me, Ian, I want to assist you, and really, really nice people. But see, when I jump out there, things happen. Things happen. You know, over the weekend, ladies and gentlemen, you know, it's a busy weekend, it's a busy day in this place, but if we don't say what we have to say, and if we don't stand up for what is right, if we don't stand up as a nation, if citizens of this country don't stand up, this government will take advantage of us. I don't know how we're going to make from now till 5 years, you know. But I tell you something, it's going to be very challenging. Not challenging for us as a people, you know. Yeah, if we continue to speak out, if we continue to march, if we continue to let our voices be heard, it's going to be challenging for them. And we got to make sure, we need to make sure that we make it very challenging for this administration. We got to make it hard for them. That not everything they give us, we're going to sail with it. We're going to sail with it. You know, and I realized that on Friday when, I'm sure that you all can recall when I spoke about the board school. And just to recap your memory, that on Friday there was an article on the Daily Express where the Senator Dharma Mahasabha, General Secretary Vijay Maharaj, said the denominational boards are upset over the government disrespectful move not appointing any of its members to the committee. And also it went on to say that the denominational boards in this country own 340 primary schools and 44 colleges. And it was very upsetting because the minister, ladies and gentlemen, the minister of education, they came out and they created a committee, a nice committee where you know, a committee where to review the SCA Concordat review. Remember, the Concordat was signed sometime in 1960. Sometime around there, and yeah, between John Donaldson and the Roman Catholic. But nevertheless, the school boards, the boards from the Mahasabha, the Presbyterian board, the Roman Catholic board, they had no representative on this committee that government had put in place, a committee where the SCA Concordat Review Committee established. So they kicked them out. But let me tell you something. If I didn't come here, and if Vijay Maharaj, the General Secretary of the Senator Dharma didn't really raise his voice, and I'm going to tell him, I'm very proud of you. I'm very, very proud of you, because that is what we need to do. If we didn't stand up against these people, if we didn't stand up against the Minister of Education, I tell you, after the program on Friday, and just to recap, those of you who missed it and whatnot, you know, let me just show you a little 30 seconds of what took place Saturday with respect to I telling you all about the ministry intelligence. Because we have seen, ladies and gentlemen, where in the past, children are not given a proper placement. You understand? They don't pass. It's not like they are not placed based on their percentage. They are placed where the ministry thinks that they should go. That's one of the biggest racket, yeah? Because remember, up to this day, they can't come out with the last 200 SCA students. They don't want to come out with that information. They're just going wrong and wrong. And why do you think they didn't want the denominational boards to come in? Because they want to run their racket. I tell you, the Minister of Health is a total failure. She's a total failure. total failure. Because this is what happened on Friday. Go ahead. Racket, but let me tell you the next racket now. The Senator Dharma Mahasabha, General Secretary Vijay Maharaj, said the denominational boards are upset over government disrespect move over government's disrespectful moving, not appointing any of its members to a committee further review and recommend changes to the secondary assessment and concordance. Now, the government appointed a group of people. They appointed a group of people now to say, well, here we go now. Let me watch over the SCA. Let me see what's going on with the SCA. So now you have an idea. Now you have an idea. So you know, they never included the board. But because we highlighted, because they came out, let me tell you something. Let me show you the racket in this. And that is why, ladies and gentlemen, Nyan Gasby Dolly, she's the worst minister of education. She's a total failure. She's a total failure. Because I'm going to jump on something, a topic that they have not even touched that as yet. And you're the big minister of education. But we blast you off. We told you on national television that you're a loser. So, ladies and gentlemen, you remember on the first press release came out, I believe it was on Friday, on February 25th. Right. Yeah. You remember do I have a press release? Yeah, can I see it? All right. So, and I'm just going to show you the names and whatnot to everybody. All right? Right. So ladies and gentlemen, that's the name. So you realize now that they had nobody from the denominational boards. Nobody. And take note, the denominational board, that's including Mahasabha, the Presbyterian, and the Roman Catholic. They have 340 primary schools together and 44 colleges. So what can this board, this PNM board that they come with, what these people can really say? What they can really say with respect to SCA and whatnot? You see, they like to do their own thing. The PNM like to do their own thing. But lo and behold, ladies and gentlemen, when we found them out, when they realized that they were busted, they realized that they were busted and they were caught with their pants down, they decided now, right after the program, right after Friday, ladies and gentlemen, hear what they said. Right after Friday, the denominational boards input critical for recommendation on the way forward. This is the article that they came out with. Look at that. This is what they said. The Ministry of Education has noticed the concerns shared in the media. The denominational boards are not represented on the committee formed to make specific recommendations on the way forward for the SCA and the Concordat. The Ministry of Education takes this opportunity to express that the denominational boards of education are key stakeholders. All the time you did not know key stakeholders. All the time you did not know that. All the time you did not know that. All the time you did not know that. So you realize, when we found out, they got their act together. They got their act together, ladies and gentlemen. They got their act together. And because of speaking out, that is why I tell you now, anytime I sit down, anytime I sit back and relax, we get eat up and Rowley will eat us up. This government will eat us up. They will eat us up. They will eat us up. Because I will tell you this, I will tell you this, that even, ladies and gentlemen, autistic, the autism, right? Do you know, ladies and gentlemen, there are people who are crying out, parents who are crying out, and they are saying that their children, there is no place in schools, there is no place in school to have children who are autistic. And the Ministry of Education does not want to come forward and see about the children. They have abandoned children who are autistic. Now, just to let you know, some of you might want to, autism is a spectrum disorder, ASD. It's an ASD case. Refers to a broad range of condition characterized by challenges with social skills, repetitive behavior, speech, and nonverbal communication. The disorder makes it particularly difficult for children to express their needs and want in a precise manner. Children who are autistic, autism, it's a very serious thing. It's a very serious thing. It's a very challenging thing for parents. And you have no, listen to me, these children can't, they want to go to school. Children want to go to school. But you as the Minister of Education, you are not speaking about children who are autistic. They are children who are autistic can learn. Children who are autistic can learn. Give them a chance in the education system. And you refuse to do that. Just so you want to cover up the SCA and run racket. And now you're saying that the denominational boards are key stakeholders. I am here to tell you that many parents just want their children to have a normal life that is able to go to the movie, to the mall, to the park. Also, parents want acceptance and inclusion, not just awareness. You know, they have an awareness, I believe sometime in April and whatnot. And this woman wrote a very interesting article. Dr. Radhika Mahes is the founder, director of Support Autism of Trinidad and Tobago. Very interesting. Very interesting. She's the founder of it and whatnot. But there was an article very interesting. What parents want. They just don't want an awareness. They want an inclusion. And they have been appealing to the Ministry of Education. What are you doing with the children, or the children who are autistic? What are you doing with them? These children can learn. These children can learn. They also want their children to be able to access. This is what the parents are saying here. Therapy and counseling within the public healthcare system or within the education system. For those children with autism who are actually attending public schools, the root cause of the parents' frustration is the backward nature of our education system, which is standardized teaching and focus on academic excellence, thereby placing children with autism in a discard advantage. So all this going on, and you ask, and I ask you today, Minister of Education, what is your plan for children who are autistic? They are in the public schools. You just let go them, you just put them in a class and you say, okay, that is it. These people are trained. I know the parents of these children get nothing. Nothing in place in the ministry to take care of children who are autistic. But no child shall be left behind. I believe that no child should be left behind. So that's what's going on here. So again, we had victory. We had victory, and I'm very happy. I know, very interesting. Yeah, very interesting. Very interesting. Very interesting. And I want to tell you something. I'm speaking about children. I'm going to take a fast break. But just to let you know, yeah? Just to let you know today. But I'll tell you what you mean. You know, it have no Pagua this year. You know, it have no Pagua this year, right? The COVID-19 pandemic would not dampen the beloved annual celebration 2021. The NCIC had promised and has announced it's hosting a virtual event for Saturday. And it's just crazy. It's really crazy that because of this pandemic. But you really ask, but when was Carnival, everybody came out and they had a lime, they had a big party, they had all kind of thing. But anything like relating to Pagua, there's no Pagua this year. I'm sure you all know what is Pagua. Just to let you know, it's a Hindu festival, celebrates the end of dreary winter, and the outset of spring in India in the month of Pagam in the Hindu calendar. In the urban India, it is called Holi, while in most parts of the diaspora, it is called Pagua. Blah, and you know, it goes on. There's a story behind it and whatnot. But it's so sad that my mind goes back. It takes me back to Tobago. It takes me back to Tobago. It takes me back for the last local election they had. I mean, let me just show you a little clip of Pagua that you will understand. Go ahead.
साथ,
「 होली खेला बतौरे साथ,  होली खेला बतौरे साथ,   होली खेला बतौरे साथ,   होली खेला बतौरे साथ,   होली खेला बतौरे साथ,   होली खेला बतौरे साथ,   होली खेला बतौरे साथ,   होली खेला बतौरे साथ,   होली खेला बतौरे साथ,   होली खेला बतौरे साथ,   होली खेला बतौरे साथ,   होली खेला बतौरे साथ,   होली खेला बतौरे साथ,   होली खेला बतौरे साथ,   होली खेला बतौरे साथ,   होली खेला बतौरे साथ,   होली खेला बतौरे साथ,   होली खेला बतौरे साथ,   होली खेला बतौरे साथ,   होली खेला बतौरे साथ,   होली खेला बतौरे साथ,   होली खेला बतौरे साथ,   होली खेला बतौरे साथ,   होली खेला बतौरे साथ,   होली खेला बतौरे साथ,   होली खेला बतौरे साथ,   होली खे
Sajaniya, 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 Holi khela tore saath, Sajaniya.
So they can't get no Pagua this year. They can't get no Pagua. But Rowley, I must say, you know exactly what you are doing. You're oppressing the people and them. You don't want to open the rivers, no Pagua for them. But strange enough, and not strange enough, you're so bold-faced, you can have a big lime in Tobago. Go ahead. You remember the big lime in Tobago, right?
Watch your bamboo over there.
You remember that here? In fact, ladies and gentlemen, the Pagua Holi Festival has been an integral part of the lives of the diaspora Indian in the world, you know, in the world and whatnot. And it's very, very sad that they could celebrate in Tobago, they could wind up, they could fet. And Pagua has no alcohol, it has no meat, it has no drunkenness, no vulgarity. But it just makes me think, when I found out about this, that there is no Pagua, but there was celebration in Tobago. Let me take a fast break. When we come back, we'll continue.
Idris Marketing Limited, the Caribbean's largest supplier of wrought iron parts and accessories. We carry a wide selection of handcrafted decorative security steel doors, UPVC and aluminum windows, zinc RHS, gate tracks, hinges, razor spikes and welding equipment. Come see our stainless steel department where we cater for domestic and commercial use. Visit us today at Freeport and Arapita Avenue for your beautification and security needs. Don't wait until it's too late.
The world's first apple cider vinegar gummy, the Goli Gummy. Apple cider vinegar has many benefits. Strengthens your immune system, helps manage weight, supports healthy digestion, enhances energy, helps your body detoxify, and more. Vegan, gluten-free, non-GMO, organic. Finally, a delicious way to get all the benefits of apple cider vinegar.
Goli, exclusively distributed by Civic Distributors. Available at all leading pharmacies nationwide.
New Eyewear presents its luxury eyewear collection. Come and see some of the biggest brands in the eyewear industry. Versace, Nike, Nine West, Coach, Michael Kors, Ray-Ban and much more. Get great specials and promos every day. Pre-selected frame with special brand purchases. Get digital customized lenses with nano film anti-glare coatings and transition lenses. Situated at 91D Montrose Main Road, Chigonas. Call 672-5052 or 390-3196. Conditions apply.
Stop sifting through classified ads. Andrews Property Management provides luxury living at an affordable price. Enjoy an independent lifestyle or make it a home away from home. We have 3 locations to choose from. Call us now at 305-5930.
I.A.N Network is proud to launch I.A.N Security Systems, advanced home security with additional cloud storage. Call us at 469-4522 for a free site visit.
Beat the heat at Kinko Limited Auto AC Parts and Services. Our techs have years of experience keeping you cool and comfortable. Exceptional prices, quality work and outstanding services. Call, WhatsApp or come in today and take advantage of our many specials.
Try our high quality unbleached bromate free all-purpose and baker's flour. Low price and conveniently packaged in 2 pounds, 2 kg, 10 kg and 25 kg bags. For wholesale and retail prices, contact Shiklisha Limited 665-3336 or visit us at Warrenville, Canupia.
Hangers Extreme is back, now serving lunch and mocktails for dine-in and pickup. Opening hours Monday to Friday 12 noon to 10 p.m. Sundays 3 p.m. to 10 p.m. Full menu available. All COVID-19 protocols observed.
Do you know just how important tires are in getting the maximum performance from your car? Dunlop, a leading manufacturer of ultra-high performance tires, carefully designed grooves and blocks for more rubber-to-road contact.
Custom canopies and coverings. Don't let the rain or sun stress you out. At Custom Canopies and Coverings, we fabricate, install and refurbish all types of residential and commercial awnings. Custom Canopies and Coverings has a team of experts who are certified and qualified in the installation and fabrication of awnings. We provide professional 24-hour service at competitive prices. Call us in Trinidad at 293-6142 or 463-7429 or in Tobago at 282-1068 for a free quotation or site visit. Installation anywhere in Trinidad and Tobago.
That autistic situation is a very serious situation. Again, you know, autism spectrum disorder, ASD, refers to a broad range of conditions characterized by challenges with social skills. And there are a lot of children who suffer with that in Trinidad. And some are, you know, some go public schools and whatnot. You know, and they shouldn't be left behind. And the ministry has nothing in place for these children, absolutely nothing. They have no therapy, they have nothing. Far as what I can see, they have absolutely nothing. Nothing in place. And they wouldn't come up with an idea. They wouldn't come up with nothing because it's like they would leave them behind. But I believe that no child should be left behind. I believe that. And in saying so, I'm going to keep ponging this. I'm going to keep ponging this that we will not leave children who are autistic behind. It's something that I'm going to lobby for. I'm going to make sure and keep pushing it on them. Just what I did for the board schools, that we got victory with that. I want to say again to Mr. Mirage, Secretary General, for the Mahasabha. It was good. Well, you know, you fought well, and you have to keep, you know, you have to keep at it. We have to keep at it because if we don't stand up, you see, it's not a matter just holding a candle. You know? It's not a matter just walking around. You know, your voices must be heard. That is how they will get out. We need to make some kind of noise. So I believe when I come here, I make noise. It's like, you know, those of you who know the scriptures will know the story of blind Bartimaeus. Unless blind Bartimaeus didn't start to make noise, even though he was surrounded by people, unless you don't make noise in your life and let your voices and your action get their attention, that is the only how we got the attention of Jesus when Jesus was passing. Those of you who are Christians will know the story. And that is why we need to make noise. Let the government know we are not taking what they give to us no more. Why are you leaving the children who are autistic behind? And we're not going to take that. You know, I saw an article, I saw something that I need to tell you. You know, ladies and gentlemen, this government signed a loan bill, signed a new loan for $24 million. Are you aware of that? Are you aware that, hold on, let me just get it for you. That the government has signed a loan agreement with the Inter-American Development Bank, IDB, to access $24.45 million. That is $166 million for people most affected with COVID-19 in Tobago. This loan agreement was signed on Tuesday gone, you know. We're talking about last week, you know. It was signed just last week, Tuesday gone. Are you aware of that? $166 million. $166 million, you know. Just imagine that, $166 million. And they said the fund will also accommodate the temporary expansion of the food support program for households who depend on work from the informal sector after and were affected by March 1st, according to West. Now, this was done by Acting Planning and Development Minister Alison West. I'm showing you where she displayed a copy of the loan agreement with the Inter-America Development Bank. It also stated that 20,500 households with school-aged children will receive the school nutrition program prior to the COVID-19. What kind of scheme is that? What kind of scheme is that? And here is shot they're coming with 39,233 households with persons who have suffered involuntary termination, suspension, or loss of income in the informal sector. So if you lost your work, but I thought we had money for all that. How can we borrow back money again? How can we borrow back money? How can we borrow back? Will you tell me what school feeding program? Will you tell, because let me tell you something, let me show you how stupid they are. They stopped the school feeding program. They stopped the school feeding program a lot. They cut off plenty. And now this lunch, this breakfast had a lot of nutrition. They gave you fruits, they gave you apple and snacks, but nothing with too much of sugar. You know, a healthy meal. It's the healthiest meal a child can get on mornings, a good breakfast and lunch. There are schools that give you a breakfast and lunch. So they cut off that. So share what she's saying now, you know, or part of that money will go to the children with school-age children who receive the school nutrition program. But they've cut off plenty of that. So what we're going to do with 166 million? Because I can distinctly recall, ladies and gentlemen, that they had real money pass through. They had real money. And it is so strange, it is so strange. They cut off that. They cut off that, right? They take away the box lunch, they take away your child breakfast. All those single parents who can't afford to give your child a good breakfast. Okay, a child would have gotten it at home, at school, or a good lunch. You can do whatever you want. Don't interfere with a child breakfast and lunch. Don't do that. That is wickedness. And they did that, yeah? They did that. They did that, similar to what they did with cerebral palsy. They took away the grant from the children. You know that, right? When PNM came in power. You know that. But strange enough, just one day, I believe just on Saturday at the St. James Youth Facility, you had Terence Dialson talking about obesity. He said in school children aged 5 to 18 overweight and obesity increased from 11% and giving you figures like in 1999 to 23% in 2009. And that is why your hospitals are clogged up. That is why your accident and emergency departments are clogged up. Because an unhealthy, obese child will grow up to be an unhealthy, obese, diabetic, hypertensive, stroke victim, and go in your accident emergency. Yeah, but that is what he's saying. But if you take away the meal, the proper meal, with all the nutrition and whatnot, from the children, how you expect that child to grow up? Eat any kind of thing just to fill the child belly and go to school. The child start up on weight. The child again, good thing to eat. Good healthy stuff to eat. Because you all took away the box lunch. You all cut it down. You phase it down. How could you sit in a class and have one? And it's not a matter who rich and who poor, you know. Because I have had a box lunch already. Yeah? It was given to me by someone. And it's an excellent lunch. It's clean, everything is well seasoned. The stew is not sweet, it's amazing. It's good for a child. And you have a little fruit and a nice juice and healthy soft drink and whatnot. But you have taken away that. And because you in St. James in the youth facility on Saturday program, you talking about obesity and saying because children are this and they're not eating healthy, but you are destroying our nation's children. That is what the ministry is doing, destroying you. I mean, the Ministry of Education have destroyed our children. There are plenty of children who do have proper devices. There are plenty of children who do have proper laptops and whatnot. So when you look at this government, ladies and gentlemen, borrowing 166 million. What they did with all the million from last year. You see, this is what you have to ask yourself. He talking about obesity. She's saying that with the money we borrowed last week, the 166 million. Ladies and gentlemen, all you need to understand, them borrowing money. When time to pay back, we done it. We done it. They only borrowing and say, give me this one and give me that one. Like a begging, a kind of thirsty man, hungry, very rowdy, going to President Biden administration. All of what they say, what that. But did you tell him you got money? Because let me tell you something. Let me tell you this, yeah? I have a document to show you. With respect to this vaccine. If you are saying that the vaccine cost, let's just say we paying the AstraZeneca cost, this is a photo of the AstraZeneca. It costs $4. It costs $4. Right? $4 US. Let's say, I put up a document to show you here, based on the US. We don't have to be begging. Because if it's 2 doses, put up this. If it's 2 doses, in Trinidad, if Trinidad has to purchase the AstraZeneca vaccine at US $4 per dose, it will cost the country approximately $35.308 million. $35.3 million. You understand? That is what it will, and with 2 doses, it will cost $70,616,000. So if it's 1 dose for the AstraZeneca, which costs $4 US, it will cost 35 million. That is approximately 1 million people vaccinated in Trinidad. If it's 2 doses, it will cost us 70 million. You understand? It will cost us 70 million. So you're really asking, what should them come in with? Because, ladies and gentlemen, look at money they got. The government of Trinidad and Tobago received just over $2.3 billion in international funding for COVID management. Where was the money spent? Look, I have the document here. We can put it up. Where was the money spent? Let me start off. In April the 3rd, 2020, US 400,000 came from Development Bank of Latin America. That is 2.8 million. April 15, 50 million, Development Bank of Latin America. That is 350 million, yeah? April 24th, 950,000 US, right? United States. That is 6.7 million. In June 29th, 2020, 150 million, Development Bank of Latin America. That is 100 billion. Yeah? In July the 2nd, 2020, 100 million, Inter-American Development Bank. This money that they got here, that is 700 million. In July the 7th, they got 20 million again. That is 140 million. So the subtotal, ladies and gentlemen, from when Corona start, ladies and gentlemen, it is almost $2.3 billion. Plus that doesn't tell you all the money they take from inside from the HSF fund and whatnot. $9 billion. All that money plus all the billions of dollars in Trinidad. And yet you have a government approaching the Biden administration and begging for money for vaccine. How could you do that? And telling we that we have to borrow 166 million? For what? Because they have stolen all the money. That is why we have to borrow. That is why we have to beg. But nobody's saying anything. You see, again, it's not about marching. It's not about holding a candle. This is what you need to do. We need to expose them at every level. That is what you need to do. Expose them at every level. Because I can show you, ladies and gentlemen, all this money come through here. $2.3 billion. Let me tell you something. Outside help. That outside money. That not inside money. That outside money. Plus the $7 or $8 billion again in Trinidad. All that money passed through. And I don't know. I can tell you personally. I can't check 5 persons among myself, that got a grant. Or a landlord or a tenant who got money. Or somebody who was not working got money. There are people in my office still waiting. When we were closed, they still waited. They did all the grants, they did everything. And all the officers around Chagonas and San Fernando, PENAL, Arima, people still waiting. Single mothers still waiting. But they don't care. If they have to give you, if they have to, and they can't even talk about Barbados. That is why the vendor in Barbados, the talk show man, the media guy, he blew out Market vendor blow a deal thing. Because I can show you the hamper that this government gave to you last year. This is the hamper they were giving out for COVID. Look at the hamper here. Look at the hamper here. Look at the hamper here. This is what they were giving out. Go ahead. This is what they're giving out. Look, Marlene McDonald, how many back there? This is what they're giving out. Who is that? That is Donna Cox. They were Cox and I'm giving people. Dirty thing. Look at, they were giving people. They were giving people $9 billion plus all 2-point-something billion externally. And sometimes money come in and people don't want to talk. Money can come in. So ladies and gentlemen, the pandemic, that is why they will never have the best thing ever happen to PNM. The best thing ever happened to PNM is this corona, you know, because it gives them a chance to steal. It give this government ministers a chance to steal. Where did the money go? But look in Barbados. Look at the hamper them get over the weekend. Let me show you. I mean, this program, ladies and gentlemen, as a result of this program, and so many people look at all over the world, all over the world. People will tell me this, people will tell me that. I chat with people on a daily basis from all over the world. And I was chatting with somebody from Barbados. And this is the hamper they got. Watch the hamper that Mayor Motley gave, the Prime Minister of Barbados. Watch the hamper. Watch the hamper. Look at thing. Look at thing. Look at thing. It can say sustain you. Will you come with a sting dry fig? Will you come with a fig that quail up? Old fig. Where is that? Look at that. That is from Barbados. There's a hamper from Barbados. So that is why, ladies and gentlemen, you need to ask questions. You're borrowing $100. I ain't nobody come up with that, you know. Me ain't nobody talking about this $166 million that they signed last week and coming and telling me, yeah, what's going on? But you know, that money now, you see that money, that money there now? That money is to kind of help out people, to help out this one, to help out that one. That money is to, that money, 2,000 low-income persons, age 65 and over, will benefit. 500 adults 18 to 65 of age who are permanently disabled from earning a livelihood. 39,000 households with persons who have suffered involuntary termination. By people suffering since last year. And they are getting nothing but billions past. And that is why this government, ladies and gentlemen, that is why Rowley has no shame. He has no shame to go to India, to beg people for vaccine, to beg Biden for vaccine. What are you begging Biden for vaccine for? Tell Biden is 2-point-something billion past year internationally, and how much billions we use up in here. So we had money inside the house, plus neighbor come and give us money. And now you come in now, because let me tell you something, you as a man can find money, yeah? You a man can find money, because I can distinctly recall, at time you address the nation, you say, I will tell my minister, send 20 million for bar owner, send 20 million for workers. I can call every single one of those workers right now in all those bars and they will tell you they never get sent. You remember this? All you must not forget. Yeah, hear him.
I have asked the Minister of Finance to find an additional $10 million specifically to treat with employees who work in bars and restaurants.
And there's a next one. He said he go to the minister to find that, and there was a next one. Go ahead.
The Minister of Finance to find an additional $20 million for the Social Services Department, who will treat with such persons who will identify themselves to such offices.
Right. So, ladies and gentlemen, if we are paying, if $4 for the AstraZeneca is approximately $70 million. Let's say 70 million for the 3/4 of the population, and let's say 1 million persons, or 800,000 persons. 70 million in the scheme of things is nothing. What you did with all the billions, what you did with it, this government, and you see, they want corona wrong, you know. They want corona wrong. They want corona wrong. They want corona wrong because I will tell you this. I will tell you this before we go. I will tell you before I go that even the taxi drivers and them, ladies and gentlemen, had to send up their fees. Look, let me tell you something. And if you don't know, remember they were operating 50% and then they come back 75%. But people wait. Once you get your mask and you sit down in the car and you wind down the glass or whatever, But what have you given the taxi drivers? What have you given? People done are making money. Now you can't vex with taxi drivers, but you don't care. Because you tell them go 75% and they went back to 50. Because that, let me tell you something. This is last week, yeah? That from Grande to Port of Spain, it will cost $20 from 16 to 20. Listen to me, yeah? Due to the loss, the association has made a decision to increase the fare $16 to 20, effective March the 1st. From today, in March last year, government instructed all licensed public transport services vehicles to operate at 50% passenger seating capacity to help curb the spread of the virus. The measure applied to public transport. The passenger capacity for these vehicles will increase to 75% from June 8, but reverted to 50% in August after the spike of COVID-19. You understand? Also, Arima Sandy Grande taxis since increased their fares from $8 to $10. Coquier to St. Martin, $6 to $10. Sandy Grande Mayari Road, 16 to 20. But the whole thing is that a man can't run a car with 3 people in it from here to town because it's the same gas he using. But you see, Rowdy they don't care about this small man. What about a girl who gained $500 a week or $650? Now that will cost her an additional maybe $120 or $130 a month extra. Now that is plenty money when you're budgeting. That is plenty money, but then again, they don't care about you. And you need to understand that. That is why every day giving pace here. So we're going to get down to some crime. I'm going to tell you what happened over the weekend and over the weekend and whatnot. I'm going to take a fast break. When I come back, you make sure and get your ad on my show. I want to say a special hello to Shalana Jaisuri, an attorney. I met with her family and they sent me a beautiful, beautiful chocolate, a nice hamper with chocolate and wine and whatnot. All right, we're not going to send it inside. So thanks again, attorney Shalana Jaisuri. So we're going to take a fast break. When we come back, we'll continue.
Nestled in the trove of Matura St. Trace lies the awe-inspiring Serenity Hills Palace, boasting of the most relaxing staycation Trinidad has to offer. This is paradise as it was meant to be. The most romantic rooms, calmest pools, accompanied by our expansive outdoor decks. Stay with a friend or up to 10. We cater for all events. WhatsApp 1-917-239-5799 for inquiries and bookings.
Mahalakshmi Astrology Center, top of High Street, San Fernando, presents Pandit Abhinav, expert in solving all your problems: love, marriage, relationships, job, health, finances, spiritual problems, addiction, and anything else. Get rid of all black magic, voodoo, obeah, evil spirits, jealousy, and negativity. Expert in bringing back your loved ones within days. Get permanent solutions for all your problems. Satisfaction guaranteed. Call 391-1133. I repeat, 391-1133.
Save money at Neil Pool. Service any unit starting at $175. Comforter units for only $2,050. Or get a Lennox unit for only $2,700. Massive sale now on. Call to book your appointment today.
Come on down to Adams Optical, where we offer free comprehensive eye exams with free frames and a 3-month payment plan with no interest. We have a wide selection of frames and shades for everyone, and we also specialize in contact lens examination. We are located at RRM Plaza on High Street, San Fernando, and 91 Montrose Main Road, Chagonas. Find us on Facebook or visit us in store. Adams Optical.
Get store-wide savings at RS Save With Us Supermarket. Fill your cart with food items, dry goods, household and cleaning supplies, and much more. Our shelves are always fully stocked, located at 141 Union Road, Marabella. Visit us today.
Searching for the ultimate healthy snack? Look no further than O-Snack's natural almonds. Loaded with fiber, protein, and magnesium, they are an excellent source of heart-healthy, energy-boosting, powerful nutrition. Our almonds are the perfect addition to a wholesome breakfast. They're a great way to snack, at home or on the go, and they suit your fitness goals. Crunchy, delicious, and most importantly, guilt-free. What's not to love? O-Snack's natural almonds, a healthier choice.
Marketing Company Limited and view our large stock of ready-made wrought iron designs. Visit us at 44 Montrose Main Road, Chaguanas, or call 235-4283 Gate or 235-4766 Iron. Organifi Green is the #1 gently dried superfood. Increase mental capacity and reduce stress with ashwagandha, the major ingredient in the superfood blend. Feel relaxed and reduce stress with a solid dose of antioxidants in the alkaline greens blend. Available at pharmacies nationwide or contact Radiant Health and Fitness, the sole distributor for Organifi in TNT today.
If you're building or renovating, make RMA Hardware your first, last and only stop. We have all types of blocks for a steady finish. We've got you covered with our plain and painted roofing galvanized sheets, I-beams and CNC purlins. Our BRC can be beaten on price or quality. We have decking sheets, TCL cement and much more, all at affordable prices. So come into our two locations, Derrick Road, Chase Village or Eastern Main Road in Aruka. Call us at 665-9526 or 672-8557.
Step In Drugs now open at Heartland Plaza in Chaguanas, first world drugstore with best prices on drugs, vitamins, toiletries, stationery, grocery items, baby products and more. We also carry British Parliament Hilden water, Mara beans imported directly from Italy, bottled Nexium, Allegra, Zyrtec, gourmet foods and snacks, a selection of products not offered by any other pharmacy in Trinidad. So visit us today.
I want to say a special hello to some really great people. I want to say a special to my good friend, my super great friend from New York, from Long Island, Minty. Yeah, Minty. Yeah, yesterday she celebrated her birthday along with her daughter, Sasha. All right? Okay? There's a photograph I sent you a while ago. Yeah, great. So my friend Minty from Long Island and her daughter, Sasha. Great people. Also, a good friend of mine's, also from Brooklyn, from Sunset Park in Brooklyn, Mina Rodriguez. Really super great person. She really nice. If you can just enlarge in that shot, please. I don't know how long it will take you, but if you can do that, that'll be great. Great, so people can see. So Mina, thank you again. I know today I had lunch with a good friend of mine, Rajiv Dipnarayan Singh. And Rajiv, is really a good guy. He and I went to primary school together. Well, he wasn't a higher class, but really good guy, really good guy. Today he and I just went to Passage to Asia just to grab a fast bite. And when I have to take a time off for a friend, believe me, I will do it. I'll do so. If somebody said, well, this guy had to be he's my real partner. I remember, you see when I was down, people like him, I can't forget, yeah? People like Rajiv, I can't forget, yeah. When I went through, until I went through a wilderness period, when I started here, but I'm out of that now, thank God, Sometimes in life it's good to go through things that, makes you a better person. And you're going to hear more of that sometime during the course of the week. And I want to say a happy birthday to Rajiv Dipnarayan Singh. Today, yeah? Rajiv, happy birthday today. We had a little lunch and then we can show the pictures, Rajiv. All right? That's really fast. Yeah, there's the photograph. And Passage to Asia was with us. Yeah, we have some other shots. All right? Yeah. So, it was really good. And we have a little video. Let's play a little video because the girl was a super nice girl.
Happy birthday to you.
Hooray! Happy birthday, Rajiv. Yeah, great, yeah. Rajiv is a great guy, great soul, great soul. You know, ladies and gentlemen, we had 5 murders were recorded in Trinidad and Tobago between Friday and today. Penal, CARONI, TACARIGUA, Morvant, and Tobago. Police are investigating the murder of a man in Penal, which took place early this morning. The deceased was recognized as a known offender by lawmen and was gunned down along SUNREES Road extension on Monday the 1st. Around 1:30, police officers responded to a report of explosion in the area. When officers arrived at the scene, they were directed to a track near the roadway where they observed the body of a man. Also, Tobago records its second murder. A man who was reported missing on Wednesday was found dead in Lambo on Saturday night. 21-year-old Isaiah Thomas of Lambo was discovered dead along Lambo. And I want to say a special thank you to my darling correspondent. I don't know what to say, but she always helped me out in Tobago, and she's a known figure, Liz Williams. She's a super great girl. In fact, I believe she was on that jet too, on Sandals with me also. Yeah, Liz. Liz is a really nice girl. So let's send this video to us. Isaiah Thomas of Lambo was discovered dead along Lambo Old Road. The Thomas body was discovered around 11 p.m. near the Bailey Bridge at Lambo and Abattoir. Senior Superintendent of Police said based on preliminary investigation, believed that Thomas was stabbed and also shot. So Tobago has recorded its second murder. Also, a 56-year-old man was shot dead in Mova on Saturday morning. Terrence Blackman, a.k.a. Boyku of Monrepo Road, was shot and killed. Police said about 5 a.m., residents heard gunshots. When they checked, they found Blackman dead on the road. So this happened, ladies and gentlemen, in Mova. All right? On Saturday. There's a guy here on the ground. Also, ladies and gentlemen, let me take it to Barataria. A man who recently moved into CARONI, a Barataria man who recently moved into Kelly Village, CARONI, was shot and killed on Friday night. 39-year-old Siobhan Manzano, a.k.a. Nikki, was pursued and shot dead by 3 gunmen who had been waiting in the bushes on Friday, the 26th. Around 11:50, Manzano was in the company of 3 others in a Toyota Axio proceeding along Sunrees Trace when gunmen opened fire on the vehicle. Manzano exited the vehicle and ran into some nearby bushes. However, he was pursued and killed. 3 other victims were found hiding at a nearby house, suffering from gunshot wounds. They were taken to the hospital. Also, let me take it to Barataria now. A 34-year-old Barataria man was shot and killed in TACARIGUA on Friday night. Jaron Callliste, a.k.a. Kite Man of Upper 7th Avenue, Malik, was shot and killed as he exited a convenience store at Marconi Street on Friday, 26th of February. According to reports, around 9:34, officers received report of explosion at Marconi Street. Upon arrival, they observed the victim body along the roadway. Callliste was taken to hospital where he was pronounced dead. Investigators have described the murder as gang-related. Also, ladies and gentlemen, 2 suspects are in custody, and the hunt is on for a third after police rescued an elderly man from a knife attack in San Juan while on patrol the area. Northeastern Division Task Force officers observed a commotion that took place in the car park of a bank along Eastern Main Road and saw a white Toyota Aqua speeding away from the scene. A chase ensued and the vehicle was intercepted via a roadblock mounted in the vicinity of the 9th Avenue, Barataria. 2 suspects, aged 26 and 31, both of Mova, who were in the vehicle at the time, were arrested. So some guy, apparently he was stabbed in the car park. Also, ladies and gentlemen, just to let you know, a 57-year-old man is dead after he was struck in a hit-and-run accident in Princeton on Sunday. Brian David of Lingua Road was struck and killed along Passade Avenue on Sunday, 28th of February. According to police reports, around 10:55 p.m., officers received a call that David was seen lying along the roadway off Passade Avenue. Upon arrival, they found David's body, which bore multiple injuries to the head, chest, and lower leg. Corporal Ramdial, PC Rupnarayan, PC Singh, and a party of officers visited the scene. Also, Shagona's DJ died and 3 others suffered injuries when a car they were traveling in crashed into a utility pole in Couva on Sunday morning. 26-year-old Colonel Alexander of Chaseville suffered fatal injuries during a crash along the Solomon Hochar Highway. Around 4 a.m., four persons were in a Nissan B15 traveling south on the highway. Passenger recalled that the driver fell asleep and the car swerved off the road and crashed into the utility pole. This is so sad. So sad. Young boy like that, 26-year-old. You know, it's so sad. So sad. Also, ladies and gentlemen, police are still trying to identify a man. Police are still trying to identify a man who died in a road traffic accident in Londonville on Friday morning. The individual who's yet to be identified died in a crash along the Londonville main road. When officers arrived at the scene around 3 a.m. in the vicinity of Enterprise, they observed a black Nissan Almera had been crashed along the roadway. EHS personnel and fire officers assisted in getting the occupants out of the vehicle. They were both taken for medical treatment. However, the passenger succumbed to his injury. We don't know who the passengers yet. Ladies and gentlemen, 12 persons have lost their lives in road fatality for 2021. 12 persons. 12 persons. Just imagine that. 12 persons. Also, one woman was arrested and a quantity of marijuana seized during a house exercise conducted in Aruka district by members of the Area East Operations Unit Komoto and K9 Unit on Friday. The officers went to the home of a 12th Street Orapun Gardens, Piaco, where PC Lewis executed a search warrant for narcotics and found a total of 600 grams of marijuana packaged out in 29 grams plastic. Craziness. Craziness. Also, 2 men were arrested, one for possession of marijuana and the other for ammunition during an anti-crime exercise conducted in Besseau Street District. The search warrant for illegal firearms and ammunition was executed at the home of a 32-year-old Nicholas Ford. Wow. This is what they got. This is what they got. Also, 8 persons of interest were arrested by police with investigation to several seizures in the Karapo district on Saturday. Well, ladies and gentlemen, you know, we are out of time now. Just showing you what they got in Karapo. You know, there's so much I need to tell you, but I'm sad. I feel sad, and it just goes to show you. Look, you know, the taxi drivers, they have to send up their price. I mean, granted, taxi driver moved their price from $4 to how much by $4, whatnot. But what about the normal people who go to work, the store clerk, the little cleaners, the people, the CPAP people who take a taxi to go to town? What about those people? You see, that is why, and I tell you every day, and I've shown you that this government likes the pandemic. Once there's corona, there's an opportunity to steal. But I still, and tomorrow I'll talk more about that, I still don't understand why borrow $166 million. They got that Tuesday gone, and billions of dollars passed through this land, or this island, is an island we on. Plus billions in Trinidad, that's about $9-10 billion. What they did with that, nobody knows. And still you have Rowley begging CARICOM, begging the Biden administration. If the AstraZeneca costs $4 that let's say vaccine 3/4 Trinidad, the population, that's about 70 million. In the scheme of things, that is nothing. Saying that we don't have money, we spend so much on the Red House, so much on the President House, so much on Whitehall. How come we don't have money? We have money, but you all have taken away all. And today my heart goes out for children who are autistic, and I'm not going to leave that. This is Ian Allen. This is Crime Watch. I'll be back tomorrow. I have so much to tell you, but it's Monday. It's Monday, and I'm going to tell you more. What's up me on 294-4081. Before we go, anybody with drugs, gun, outstanding warrant, please let me know. Thanks.
Yo, there's a jungle out. There's a jungle out. There's a jungle out.